Hello, welcome to another edition of BTech Tutorials for the BTech Integrator V4. Today we're going to look at this option here under the utilities called LDAP Data Transfer. The data transfer option allows you to move and copy, copy primarily transfer data from one LDAP server to another LDAP server, as long as you have the correct profile set up. If you do not have the profile set up, as soon as you start your BTech Integrator, you look here on the left side for profiles. You can set up a new profile, and here you can just put in any name that you wish for that represents the LDAP server. The type, whether it's an IBM, Microsoft, Oracle, LDAP, open or generic, and you put in the URL. In this case, you can use BTECH and port 1389. That's a free LDAP server that you can test with. It's a free server. So you can just go to BTechIntegrator.com and search, or just search Google for free BTech online LDAP server. Okay, so I already have a couple of servers set up here that you can see in the list, and we're going to look at moving or copying data from the BTech 4 LDAP, and I'm just going to do copy start. That is an ID or generic for a set of IDs that lives on this LDAP server. So here we have 6 user IDs that we're going to test and copy on this particular server. So now what we're going to do is look on the opposing server that we want to copy this to. It's going to be a test OUD server, and I'm going to do the same thing with the copy here. And as you see, there are no results that came from that copy command or the copy user ID search. So we don't have them here, and we do have them on the other box. One other note is that on both boxes, we need to be sure that we have the particular OU or domain at least the same. Otherwise, we'll get errors, and I may demonstrate that as well. So the first thing we want to do, once we got our profile and we know what we want to copy, we want to go to the transfer option here, this utility, and we'll first on the from profile, we're going to, like I said, use BTech 4, and let's just look again for a copy of the user ID. Okay, so we have this particular ID set, and if we go to our destination where we want it to go, and we do a search again, just double checking this, we get no results over here. Now, I'm going to go through a couple of steps here, but primarily if I wanted to copy this copy user ID 01 to this other LDAP server, in this case this is an Oracle LDAP server, if I don't have, again, the correct tree structure and the domain on the other structure, LDAP, it's what will give us an error. So let's do that and generate the error. So this is from and to. So that is the error. Cannot be added because the parent entry does not exist. So that high level of the user example BTech does not exist. So what we do is use the OU transfer, which will create that structure for us with this option here. So we know we want to put these users under the same tree and to the other server. Here I put OU, which is org unit example DC BTech software, and DC.com. So on the opposing server we have nothing, right? So let's hit transfer again, and from and to, So we can see here that we have successfully transferred the OU, the structure, and then a secondary structure that under that for the users, and then yet a third structure called groups that's under the example OU, and then followed by the users and other opposing groups that might be associated. So we hit OK. Now we come back to the secondary and we do search, and there we go. So now we have those users IDs on this particular box. So now let's just go through an example again of if I select a single user and that user is already on the box, on the destination. So if I do transfer, here are the two entries that I've selected, the to system. I hit yes. The message comes up and tells us there's a warning. The name already exists. Therefore, nothing was done. So again, I can search this again. No difference. Search this again. No difference. Um, so what we're going to do quickly is delete a couple of these and then do that transfer again. So we got to copy user 1 and copy user 2, and that's on the test OUD box, test OUD server. So let's go to look at, let's see, let's go to admin, and we're on the test OUD server, and we're going to display that copy list. Okay, so now we have this user, copy 1, copy 2. Let's click the edit, and we want to delete this user. Yes. And then let's do a refresh, and now copy 1 is gone. Let's look at copy 2. Let's delete that guy. Delete user. Search again. Copy 2 is gone. You can also do that from the top screen if you do a search here. Now we got 3, 4, 5, and 6. We're going to delete 3 as well. As you see, we have information. We have a delete option here as well. So we're going to delete that guy. Okay, so now we got to successfully delete. Let's go and research our information again. Okay, so now only 4, 5, and 6. So now let's go back to our transfer utility, and we're going from the BTech 4 for copy user. And by the way, if we have a group, we can search by group as well, and SAM account name as well. Okay, so here we're gonna just do everybody, which is we can do that by selecting this button. And then we want to do the test OUD once more. And we're not going to do this overwrite, but we'll have some discussion about that in a later tutorial. And then what we want to do is just do transfer. So these are the entries that I've selected on the from, and we're going to this server. Yes. So here we'll have a mix. We got the 3, copy 1, copy 2, user 2 and 3. Those were successful, and we have a warning on the other 3 that already exist. So the utility will do checking and knows via the responses from the LDAP server if a entry is there. And again, this applies to users and groups as well. So I come back on the secondary box and do a copy star to get everything with copy. And we have them all there again. Notice the newer ones are placed on the bottom. And that's the transfer utility. It's very powerful, very helpful if you want to move, copy, migrate data from one LDAP server to the next. Using the OU function is very helpful. It will pull everything under that tree, that directory structure, into the new structure with this create option here. So I hope this is very helpful, and enjoy, and leave us a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.